It's 94.7 Blair Radio, our nonprofit news brought to us by RVR Bank. We want to say thank you to RVR Bank for being tremendous partners of us and being able to support nonprofit organizations all through Washington County. Today we have a member of the new director for the Washington County Chamber, Nikki Ferguson, joining us. Thank you for taking a little time to be able to talk to us today.
No, thanks for having me.
So we just wanted to get you in, and you've been part of the chamber for a couple of months now.
Yes.
And is trying to get in and figure out what's going on, figure out where your role is.
Right.
And so, again, a lot of changes going on in the community, in the area. But first, we want to get to know you a little bit. So, tell us your background. Where are you from?
Well, originally, I grew up in Fremont. I have been in Fremont, Omaha, or Blair my entire life. Lived in Blair a couple of times, actually. But we've been here for just about 14 years. Raised our 3 kids here. They've all gone to Blair. And so, this has kind of been home for most of my adult life. So it's great to be back working at home. So
you've been involved, obviously. You have 3 kids, so they've been through activities, and so you know all about the activities and the booster clubs and stuff like that, I'm sure.
Yes, they do great things. There are so many good things about living in a small town. I never thought, growing up, that I would move to Blair or a town this size, but it's been great. I mean, there are so many things, and like homecoming week is my favorite. I mean, it was a good choice for our family for sure to settle here, I guess. So.
And so with that, you have worked many different things, obviously.
It took me a long time to figure out what I want to be when I grow up. So.
Exactly. So, and sometimes some of us are still seeking.
Yes.
But we might as well do those things that we enjoy. Have you been involved with nonprofit organizations before?
Well, actually, for the last 8 years, I've been part of the Greater Omaha Chamber Economic Development Partnership. Actually kind of fell into this world with Gateway Development 8 years ago. Was part-time supporting their director at that time, as well as Advance Southwest Iowa over in Pot County. Had an opportunity to kind of build a new initiative over there and ended up going full-time over there. So I've been kind of in the orbit and seen from a partnership perspective what's been going on in Washington County. It just kind of full transparency when I first made a change 8 years ago. It wasn't it's a nonprofit obviously, but it's not the life-changing, maybe, Doctors Without Borders, Red Cross kind of work I was thinking of, but it's been a good fit for me. And I just kind of found, wait a minute, this is kind of fun, and I'm kind of passionate about this. So
well, it's that mission statement where somebody has to take care of home before you can move to the next level, right?
It's maybe not life-saving, but it's I've spent the majority of my time since I've been in economic development and chamber work, working with small businesses, startups, and that's my passion, those entrepreneurs and the community around that and building community. So it's a different kind of helping people, I guess.
So building through that, then when the opportunity became available here in Blair, you saw that, or were you encouraged saying, hey, by the way, check this out?
Perhaps encouraged. I'm not going to lie. Again, my last position I kind of built. So it's kind of my baby,
Right.
But, my husband and I was like, it doesn't hurt to have a conversation. And I've always said I would love to be doing some of this, having some of these wins at home. But it became very apparent pretty quickly that this is a really, really good fit. And so, luckily for the encouragement and people putting it on my radar, that it was even an open position at the time.
Yeah, something to even pursue.
Right, because I wasn't actively looking at the time. So
right. So then you submitted, and now you've been hired. You are the director.
I am.
And so the past couple months, obviously, it's a change going from economic to chamber, but they work together.
Yes, it's very aligned. Different ways of getting to the same goal, essentially. It was kind of hit the ground running for sure. Obviously, there was a little bit of time without a director. board members,
Yeah,
I mean, and
congratulations
ambassadors.
to the board and
They
ambassadors
stepped
for doing
up.
what they can. Yeah.
What they accomplished, I mean, Gateway, all the things over the summer, it did great. So it wasn't as bad as it could have been. And I have to shout out Cheryl, our office manager. She's my right hand for sure. So thanks to them, that part was easy. But it was also, Business and Brews was coming up. Obviously, this time of year, Scarecrow competition, Tannenbaum's coming up, annual meetings, so many things. But my main priority, of course, is building relationships, rebuilding relationships. Know a lot of people, obviously, in the community after being here a long time, but talking to our members, what have we done well? What do you want to see continue? What can I and the chamber be doing better for you, for a ROI, or are there things you've seen in other places, or, really having those conversations before we solidify exactly what our program of work is going to look like.
Sure.
Moving forward.
What in this past couple of months has been your biggest surprise?
Oh, goodness.
You can be honest. You can throw it out.
You caught me with that one. Honestly, I don't know that I've been super surprised by anything.
Okay.
Again, I've officed in a chamber,
Right.
I've from the outside looking in, know a lot of what goes into it. And when I was with Gateway before, we officed out of the chamber with Jordan and her team back then. So, and just being here, it's a small town, So no, not really anything surprising. I guess just how much goes into everything. It's a lot, and it takes a village, and I'm not used to having a whole team and having the ambassadors and the board of directors. It's been good. Everything's been a good surprise, I'd say.
Yeah, so having a different support system
Yes.
is something to get used to for you.
Yes. I've been a very kind of a solo show for a while. I mean, I had the support of my board, but not to this level. So this has been great. So, but I think that comes with a small town too.
So as you're moving forward the past couple of months, you take this little time to kind of learn everything and kind of focus. And can you start talking about some of the things that you would like to start moving towards as part of the chamber?
Obviously, there are always going to be those signature events and things, gateways, the Tannenbaums, things of that nature. Right now, I have ideas. I'm an ideas person. Sometimes I have to rail those in a little bit. But I also don't want to assume that I know what's best for the community, the businesses, all of Blair, Washington County, the entire county. Also, Fort Calhoun, Arlington, we need to also reach out to them. So I want to get feedback. I want to get the input before I assume I know what's best. So am I on the right track with some of these ideas? And then from there, we'll sit down with the board and get a group together to kind of really nail down what are our goals, what are our pillars, what are we looking at going forward in 2026 and beyond, to kind of really strengthen not only that return on investment for members, but also the relationships with the communities. I'm big on school engagement and what that can look like, bringing school students, together with the business community and business leaders. I think there's huge impacts from those relationships and the mentorship. So that's another thing I'm really big on collaboration and not reinventing the wheel. Where can we partner with things that are already happening to maybe strengthen it or combine a couple efforts that make sense, that align. And so that's kind of
using some old phrases that may date my age, synergies and paradigm shifts and stuff like that.
Yes.
Being able to put everything together to focus in. So then, put you on the spot because I didn't say this before. For those who don't know what the chamber is and does, what would be the description, be able to let people know what is the chamber and why is it important?
Essentially, my vision, I don't know if everyone would agree, but we're here to be a champion for our communities, for our businesses, whether that is, again, from a marketing and events and exposure standpoint, networking, relationship building, collaborations, all those things, but also being a voice and a share of information, maybe, what's going on in the state. Is there something that's going to impact our small businesses that we need to be a voice for them and a champion and at least show the support and, share the information. So I think there's a number of things that the chamber does. I can't think of one specific word other than just being a champion for businesses. So champion, I guess, is the one word, but I feel like that's kind of our role, and what that looks like can be fluid and, can change with the times and what's going on. But at the end of the day, it's what the business community needs, and as well as Washington County and the communities as a whole also need.
So members, always looking for more members to be able to support. And so because it takes the support system from businesses to be able to have the funding to go forward and do some of these things.
Yes.
And so if somebody is not a member and they want to learn more, what's the best way to do that?
Well, obviously they can reach out to the chamber and have coffee with me, whatever they want to do. We're happy to have those conversations. But I really want to, a lot of our events, as you know, are pretty member specific, the coffees, the happy hours, things like that. I kind of come from more, more is more when it comes to that. Let's invite everybody, come to an event, see what it's about, talk to other members, get, before you don't have to go all in blind. I would welcome people to come to a couple events. So that's kind of another little tweak, to what we're doing that I would like to do. Invite some of those entrepreneurs that are maybe just starting out, or maybe aren't at a place where they have the capital to join a chamber membership just yet. But, and we have those intro, we can make it pretty affordable, but that doesn't mean we don't want you involved and getting involved and see the positive benefits that come out of being a chamber member. So reach out to me.
Reach out first to come in or stop in the office.
Yes, stop in the office.
And be able to, sit down and have a conversation or invite you out. You don't mind going and talking to people where they're at, right?
This is why this job is so good for me. I could never be a cubicle. I mean, great for those people that can, but I have to go and do things and meet with people and
and that's part of the relationship side of it, isn't
yes it? And that's my favorite part about it. Things like this, as you know, not my favorite. I'm not a big fan of public speaking and all that and big groups, and but I love relationships and I love meeting people and hearing their story and what motivates them, and because it's different. Every business has their own motivations, whether they're a huge corporation or a one-person operation. So I love that relationship part. So this is just perfect. And Blair's home. It's Washington County is just, it's a great community. All the communities are great, and I love this. It's just so.
Well, that shows us an impact. Sorry.
No.
That camera turned off again.
Oh, darn.
But that shows us an impact as we continue on, that you really want, you're invested, you're involved, and you want to be able to continue to grow right here. So, is this kind of a long-term thing for you?
Oh, 100%. This seems like, again, wasn't actively looking at the time, but it's everything aligned. Though I feel like I'm where I'm supposed to be for sure, and the timing was right, and glad to be here and hopefully do good things in all of the county. So
all right, Nikki Ferguson with the chamber. Again, you can stop in the office downtown on Washington Street and ask questions at any point in time. You can go to the chamber's website, and that is WashingtonCountyChamberNE.org.
Correct.
And then, or pick up the phone and give a call.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
Again, welcome.
Thank
you. Thank you. Welcome home, by the way.
Yes.
That's the way
thank
to
you.
look at it. And thank you for stepping in and looking at the community and being able to see the future and want to be a big part of that, and inviting everybody else to join along.
Absolutely.
So again, we'll continue as events come closer. We'll get you back in.
You have your scarecrow?
Yeah. Well, I don't yet. We'll have to work on that.
But it's October 1st already.
October 1st. Yeah. So Scarecrow contest starts now and then goes through the 31st. And then, so get out there and look at all the scarecrows.
Yes.
And then right around the corner be Tannenbaum, and
which is going to be bigger and better this year too.
Yeah, so a lot more going on.
Here we go.
Follow along on Facebook, on website and Instagram and all that stuff. And of course, keep listening right here, 94.7 BlairRadio.com.